Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, July 31st, the last day of July of 2019. It is, you can see, an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day today at the Homestead. A few of these things, we won't really call them clouds because you can see how that was created. But other than that, not too bad. Okay, so anyway, so before we jump into the video, Miss Heather has something she would like to say. Couple things, actually.
Well, first off, I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed to my channel so far and made comments. I'm going to work through answering all of them because there's a lot so far, but I appreciate it a lot, and so thank you for all your support. And for anyone who hasn't seen the last video, I have a YouTube channel now called Hang Out with Heather. It will be in the description of this video, so if you want to check it out.
The link will be in the description,
That's
yes.
what I meant. Yeah, the link will be in the description. So if you want to check it out, please do. I'll try to upload as often as I can. So.
And then once school starts, you probably are going to be doing 3 days a week is what we were talking about, correct?
Yeah, so
yes.
I'll get on a schedule.
Yep. So, all right. And so what's your channel going to be about, Heather?
Feel about like college living, first off, and my experience as a high school senior and that like college application process and the feelings of going into college and
Picking a school and
all that sort of things, and then like just living on campus and what that is like. So.
very cool. So you're going to try to help out other kids that are going through the same experience and also kids that are seniors looking to figure out what the whole deal is with the whole experience. All right. Well, cool. Thank you, my dear. All right. I love you. Okay, so we're going to get into the topic of today's video. So please go over, like I said, the link will be in the description below. Show my daughter some support, please. She's a good kid, and she's going to have an interesting experience with college. So it should be fun. So we're going to talk about something today that I am very sorely lacking in, that I am going to jump on myself, to be honest with you. So we're going to talk about, this is something that all preppers should be doing on a yearly basis. They should be doing a yearly audit, not just of their food supplies, but also of their other supplies and how you organize those other supplies and how you have things. And we're going to talk about all these things, okay? So with the food supplies, you definitely should be doing an audit at least once a year to figure out what you have. Now here's a good thing in my thing that I did, but unfortunately the one list that I did, I lost the one list, so it has to be all redone. But the other list I still do have. As you guys know, I put a lot of stuff away in 5-gallon buckets, and I vacuum seal everything, and it goes in the bucket. And then on the outside of the bucket, it says what's in the bucket, how many pounds, and all those type of things. So I have a running list that I have with those things. Okay. My old list that I had on my original buckets before I even moved up here, I had a complete list of that. I have no idea where that list is, okay? But the other thing where I'm lacking is, like with my canned goods, knowing what I have in my canned goods. You know, one of the things that Margie had told me, and this is my half-sister, one of the things that she had told me, which made a lot of sense, when you purchase your canned goods, on the top of your canned goods with a Sharpie, put the date on there when you bought it, the month and the year. Okay, it's a real good way to keep track of what you have and when you bought it and stuff like that. Now, canned goods, guys, can last for years and years and years beyond the expiration date, so that's a good thing. All right, so that's something to pay attention to. But knowing, like with your food, you should probably try to break things down into different categories, okay? So you're going to look at, your non-cooked foods. And those are going to be, like your chips and your granola bars and all those type of things, energy bars, chocolate, those type of things. Those are your non-cooked foods. Your grains, your proteins, your fruits and vegetables, your meats, your scratch from cooking supplies. So anything you're going to be using to cook from scratch, that's what you're going to want to make sure that you have as well, okay? And I'm just watching the dog run around a chicken coop. So those are things you're going to want to have as well. So doing a food inventory, it keeps you up on what you have. And here's the other thing, guys. Everybody dips into their things. Okay, everybody does. So this way you can keep track of what you've used, what you have on hand, and those type of things. I think it's really, really smart to do that. It's a good thing to do. Okay, so I definitely highly, highly recommend it. It's something that I need to jump on myself. Okay, because I am definitely lacking in my organization of all my stuff. And again, for me, it's basically the canned goods. I do not have a good running inventory of what I have in my canned goods, and I have a lot of them. So I definitely need to pay attention to that. But again, like I said, if you have your dry goods that you have stored away, and then you have like your MREs, and you have your freeze-dried foods, and you have your other inventory as far as your canned goods and stuff like that. Break them all down into those categories. Figure out what you have, and in that way it gives you also kind of an idea of how long that you're going to have food-wise, where you're weak in your food inventory, what you need to stock up on. Really, that's a smart thing to do. Okay. So now we're going to talk about, and this one here, this is really, I like the way that this should be done. Okay. So you're going to be doing your supply audit as well. Okay. Now here's something that I want you guys to think about. So power outage goes out. Okay. And you're scrambling around figuring out, okay, where do I have my candles? Where do I have my lanterns? Where do I have my fuel for my lanterns? Where do I have, my extra Bic lighters? Where, or whatever, your light sources and those type of things. A real good way to do this type of an audit, guys, is you get totes and you mark those totes, and you have your like emergency power outage supplies. You have a lot of things in that tote. So all you have to do now is go over to that tote, and you have all your different things as far as lighting goes for your, like your solar lights, those type of things as well. So you'll have those right there available to you, and that would be a great way of doing it. Okay. Another thing is your water preparedness. Okay. So you're going to have your replacement for your Berkey water filters if you have a Berkey filter. Definitely a good idea to have several extra backups for your Berkey water filter. It's a smart thing to do. Okay, and also parts for your Berkey, the rubber gaskets and stuff like that, and the spigot and all that type of stuff. Making sure you have extra ones of those just in case. Okay, your small filters, your with your life straws, your Sawyer minis and those type of things. Definitely have those all right in one tote. Your water purification tablets, have them in there as well. Okay, so those are good things to have all, again, in one area, because then you know exactly where it is. If you need something, it's right there. It's marked already in that tote, and you know where it's at. Another thing would be sanitation. So you're looking at like bleach wipes, hand sanitizer, contractor garbage bags, and antibacterial cleaner and those type of things. So again, you can have that all in another bag ready to go. Okay, or not bag, I'm sorry, another tote ready to go, but it's marked, and then you know exactly what's in there. Tools. You could have a tote, guys, with tools in it. Now, I know a lot of us have a ton of tools. I have a ton of tools. But so what am I saying? Why would you have this tote with certain tools in it? So you're going to want to have your wrench in there in case if there's a power outage, you can turn your gas off. Okay. You don't want that gas, that propane, to continue to run unless you have a shut-off switch, but a lot of people don't. So you have the propane run into your hot water heater and those type of things, or your main area. You can have that wrench to shut off that gas from coming in the house. So that's definitely a smart thing to do. Have other extra tools in there, tape measure, pliers and all those type of things, even scissors and stuff like that. That's a good thing, and like I said, and then it's marked, and you know where it's at. I'm just watching these guys run around like lunatics. Another thing you're going to want to do is have your nuclear event tote. Okay, so you're going to want to have your potassium iodine tablets in there. You're going to want to have your like a gas mask, those type of things in there, and having the duct tape, even plastic rolls to be able to coordinate off a room. Not a bad idea to have that right in a tote, that it's all ready to go. All you got to do is pull that tote out, and if you have to isolate a room, so as a protection room, then boom, it's right there. You can do it, and it's nice and easy. Okay, so having that ready ahead of time is a really, really smart thing to do. All right, so then you're going to want to have your pandemic. If there's a pandemic going on, again, you're going to want to have, you know, your nitro gloves, your N99 mask, bleach, you know, heavy-duty trash bags again. So probably contractor garbage bags are good to have for that as well. Eye protection, all those type of things again, for that type of an event, that you have that ready to go so you can protect yourself. And again, I would have duct tape in there again, so that if you had to put on a full suit, you can duct tape around when you're putting your gloves on and those type of things. Just a really, really smart way. It's definitely a smart thing to do a yearly audit. Okay. Honestly, I can't tell you the last time I did an audit. So I mean, I myself, and I'm going to be the first to admit, I always admit when I'm wrong, and in this instance, I'm definitely wrong. I definitely should have been more on top of this. Okay. But I wasn't, so it's definitely something that I need to do. I want to hear if you're thinking of anything else that you guys can think of. But doing a yearly audit, I think, is a really, really smart thing. It's something that I'm going to get on myself, I'll be honest with you, and I'm going to start working on it. And so we're going to actually go around the back here real quick. Puppies? Oh, there they are. What are you doing? I see you both. She's over there, he's over here. So we're going to go around the back here, and we're going to take a look and see what we got eggs-wise today. But anyway, I definitely want to hear your guys' feedback on this, okay? Again, I'm going to mention a couple things just because I want to get them out of the way for you guys. Let's just take a look in here. Oh, look at that. So we had 4 eggs yesterday. We have 4 more today. 1 of the baby eggs and 3 regular size eggs so far. Perfect. So, one of the white hens has got it down that she needs to lay in the box, which is good. So we're going to leave those there for a second until I finish the video, and then I'll come back and get them. But anyway, so love getting my daily eggs. I got one of the chickens. She lays a really big egg. I'm not even sure which one does that, but she lays a good size egg every day, and she's pretty consistent. Thick neck lays the white eggs. We don't always get a white egg every day, but 2 out of 3 days we're going to get a white egg. So I'm not complaining. They're good birds. They're really, really good birds, and I definitely do enjoy their company. So anyway, so real quick, I wanted to mention we are still doing the sale on the website right now, preppernurse1.com. That sale is going to go on through the 4th of August, and then that sale will be done. It'll be midnight West Coast time, 3 a.m. East Coast time on the Monday. Okay, so that way it's fair that everybody in the West Coast still gets that extra 3 hours, so they can do it till midnight. So that is going on. It's 20% off of everything that we have on the website, from merchandise stuff to also freeze-dried foods. So if you are interested and you're looking to add to your freeze-dried foods, now is a great time to do that, okay? So definitely take advantage of that if you are interested in doing that. So the second thing I wanted to mention real quickly was we have the Prepper Get-Together coming up in August. It's August 17th. It is going to be at Letchworth State Park, okay? So that is going to be happening, and it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's going to go until 10 o'clock at night. That's how long we have the pavilion. And that is going to be at Eddie's Pavilion, and it's EDDYS Pavilion. So if you go to the park, you go in, it costs $10 per carload to get into the park. You basically say, they're going to give you a map of the park, and you say, where's Eddie's Pavilion? They're going to show you exactly how to get there so you cannot get lost. The park, it's a nice, beautiful park. It's a beautiful drive through the park. A lot of great things to see. Make sure you bring your swimsuit. If the weather's cooperative that day, which we're hoping, we don't know yet, obviously, but if it is cooperative, they have a huge swimming pool down in the one area of the park that you can take advantage of that. So please definitely do that, okay? And that's free for swimming, because once you pay to get in the park, all that is there for you. Again, I'll be providing hot dogs and hamburgers and all the fixings with that. And so I think we're just going to have a really good time, guys. So everybody is invited. If you are coming, I would just ask that you bring a dish to pass, okay? That's the only thing I ask. And now people have been asking, and I wanted to clarify this. Well, they're like, well, how many people are coming so I know how much stuff to make? Guys, I'm not asking you to make enough food for 30 or 40 people. You know, that's not fair to you guys. So basically what I would say, if you're going to make a dish to pass, you know, make it for like 15 to 20 people. Hopefully we get enough people that we have a nice variety of things that people can, you know, to bring and stuff like that. So I don't expect anybody to make enough food for 100 people. That's not fair to you guys. So when I say bring a dish to pass, I mean, you know, if you want to make it for like 15 to 20 people, and then, you know, bring that would be great. Okay, I think we're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The other thing I want to mention real quickly, on the website preppernurse1.com, we have the Prepper Nurse 1 community. The community is a great place to interact with like-minded people, and you have to be registered to be able to get in there, so it's very private. And so if you are interested and you want to connect with like-minded people from your state or your country, you go in, you register, and you can do that. We got great message boards on there, a lot of great sharing of information as well. So it's a nice place to go to interact with the people that think the same way that we do, and that's really enjoyable. And we put that together for you guys because so many people were asking, you know, how do I connect with people in my area? So we decided to put that together for you guys. We're going to take a walk over real quick before I sign off of here, and we're going to check and see how much solar we've pulled in today. Yesterday we pulled in 6.9 kilowatt hours on the day, and even though it was a mostly overcast day, had a really good day solar wise because the clouds were in and out. Now today it's a lot more clear, so I don't even know where we're at here, and I'm going to look at the time before we jump in here, and the time is almost 2:30 right now. Okay, so we're going to jump in here and we're going to take a look and see where we're at. Alright, so the batteries were at 99%, they're in float. We've pulled in 2.4 kilowatt hours so far on this side, 2.9 kilowatt hours so far on this side, so we are at 5.3 total kilowatt hours already, and it's only 2:20 in the afternoon. So again, it's going to be another great day solar wise. Oh, and I wanted to show you, let me just show it real quick. I cleaned this off, the excess of the stuff on there. So everything is doing really, really well since everything has been taken care of, and so we're not having any more issues. So that's it, guys. Again, hopefully, I think we all need to be more organized than we are. So hopefully you guys will take a look and realize that you're lacking like I did, and say, wow, I really need to get on and organize my lists of things, supplies, and everything else. So again, nice thing to have. It helps keep you grounded. And here's the thing is, guys, whatever you're putting in your caches that you're burying, don't put on your list. You don't really want somebody to say, well, wait a minute, where's this stuff here? So, you know, and again, it's like, just be smart about what you're doing. And if you have a list, make sure you're putting that list someplace where prying eyes are not going to be able to get their hands on it later on, so they can say, well, wait a minute, here's your inventory, where's all this stuff? Okay, so that's something to just be smart about, okay? But organization is a good thing. So anyway, guys, I am going to jump off of here for now. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week is going well. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. It's really, really important. As I believe things are getting shorter and our time is running out, we really need to be more organized. We need to be ready. We need to be ready to go. And so knowing what you have and know where you're lacking, what you need to increase or take care of, that is always a good thing, okay? Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important to tell the people that we care about every single day that we love them, okay? Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from getting there is yourself. Nobody else can stop you, guys. That's it, okay? Stay focused, stay happy. Do not listen to negativity, and you will be fine. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow, and I got a bug at the last minute, of course. you know, I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now. And here comes Miss Pandora. Hello, baby girl.